Well, taking an opportunity here with our post-race interview, and first of all to our number 16 here with Daniel. Congratulations, Daniel. You had to work for that.
Yeah. Well, it was looking really good yesterday. Had everything dialed in, made a bit of a change this morning, and obviously we went in the wrong direction. So, yeah, we can only go back on what we had. Matt rode bloody excellently. It was a long time coming. Obviously the rust worn off, and he's back into it. So, no, awesome race. We really congratulate him. He worked hard for it, and we'll see what happens this afternoon. Yeah.
Right, tell us about Manscaped. Is this a little bit about what cyclists have got to do and shave their legs to go faster? Is that what you've got to do under your leathers?
Oh, they go a bit higher up than the legs. Yeah, pretty well. Barbershop goes above the neck. They go below the neck, you could say. Yeah.
All right. Hey, well done, and hope you can do it again, matey.
Yeah, no, should be good. Thank you.
Yeah, well done. Oh, good timing, Matt. You just made that in the nick of time. How were you able to do it? Daniel had you well beaten. What happened?
It's the wind today. It's quite a strong heat wind on the straight there. So I was still coming to grips with the bike. So hopefully, unfortunately yesterday I didn't get a good start, and today I worked really hard to get that decent start so I could actually be a challenge to him. And then I just played it out through the race and just keep trying to keep up with him, try new things as I went along. And on the last lap I had to, try really hard because I was fair way back, and just managed to get there in the end on the slipstream, and then overtake him for the first corner.
All right, so the idea is you want the wind to keep up for the Grand Prix this afternoon?
That's the plan. That certainly is the plan, and hopefully next time I get a much better start and be able to keep up with him more and more and keep dicing with him, and it's certain to be a very interesting race for you.
Great to see. There we have 1 and 2 in our top riders for our finish. Well, in fact, let's go to third. Third's just arrived, and we get the opportunity to catch up with Brent. You've finally made it to join us. Great race out there with Bobby. What did you do over at the carousel? He went wayward.
Yeah, he was behind me, so we were dicing, obviously, with a bit extra weight on board. It sort of like gives him a bit of advantage in a straight line. So I managed to get him in the hairpin, and unfortunately, by the time I come around, I saw he was picking his bike up. So unfortunate to Bobby. He's a new rider. I've been around a little bit longer, so there's a bit of racecraft involved. So, but it's just good. It's good class, good fun. It's good to race with your family, so it's great.
Well done. There we go. There's our top 3. Well done for our Muzzles Bikes Supersport 100.
Yeah, awesome. Well done there, podium boys. The Supersport 150, so it's had a name change. Formerly Development, other names along the way, but 150 Supersport, so awesome stuff. Here we got the Pro Twins out there at the moment, and already half a lap into it, and it is the awesomeness of Nick Kane, who was on pole position. Looks to be in our Suzuki SV650 in second place. That might be the Auckland man, Michael Patchett. We'll have to wait and see as they come out of the carousel and get an update. But it is Nick Kane, the 33 former national champion in other different classes. Now he is on the Underground Brown and Mega Motorcycle Centre. A new edition SV650, so awesome stuff to have him heading into the Southern Salvage, and already with a 5, 6, probably at least an 8 bike length gap into the Southern Salvage left-hander and into the dipper. So awesome start from Nick Kane, who managed second place in race 1 last time, and another 8-lapper for these guys as well as they all head into the dipper and out around neat and tidy. So awesome stuff. Pro Twin action. So 19 bikes in the Pro Twin class. And an awesome field. They had to share the class with the Super Light boys last year. This year, 19 on track. They get their own race. So awesome stuff. As we watch them cross the finish line, it is 33 of Nick Kane with the 37 Michael Patchett. And then we've got the 65 Ben Rosendahl in there. So Josh Augustine and Andy Mack is down in 5th place. So we'll have to have a look. He was our race 1 winner. We'll have to have a see if he's already trying to make moves around the outside into Flexiplas. So we'll have to have a look and see if Andy Mack can get that thing moving up the field. Matt Brough in 6th as they cross the line. Nick Sutherwood, Alex Button, Chris Hurt and S.J. Cavell rounding out the top 10. So an awesome field of 650 twins. And these bikes are an awesome bike, mostly production based. Once these bikes go racing, there's not a hell of a lot done to them apart from what they've had when they were bought. The Underground Brown, bright orange colours is already getting hunted down. So Michael Patchett, he was 3rd place in the race yesterday. And he is already made headway, and he is not letting Nick Kane get away with this one. So awesome stuff. It looks like Ben Rosendale still in third place, but getting put under a lot of pressure as they head into Southern Salvage. And that looks to be the Yamaha of Andy Mack already up into fourth place. So I think that is the Andy McLaughlin update in fourth place as well. So look to go to Josh Augustine now back to fifth. And I can see Matt Bro in there as well. So awesome stuff. Pro Twins is a good little five, even a six-way battle win there for third, fourth, and fifth as they head out of the dipper, trying not to trip over each other. Awesome 650 twin-cylinder machines, and they head out of the rock sweeper. Nick Kane is looking to push out and get away with this one.
All right, Mega Motorcycle Centre and our Pro Twins, a fantastic class, of course. Dennis at Mega Motorcycle Centre has been a former New Zealand Pro Twin Championship, so he knows what winning this class is all about. Some great bike battles going on. These guys won't be quite as seriously affected by the wind as smaller bike classes. 650 Twins got a reasonable amount of power. I'll tell you what, it's not as if it's going to help them break their records, because there's not enough of the short straights that are got the tailwind to make a difference, whereas of course the main straight here is straight into a headwind today, so really the opportunity for lap records has probably diminished quite a bit, although in saying that the heat of the day is much better, nowhere near as hot as yesterday, so therefore tyre wear won't be quite a contributing factor. And yesterday all the talk was, wow, look what our tyres are doing after 10 lap races, how we're going to be doing the 18 lappers for the Grand Prix this afternoon, and that's certainly played into the hand. So from a tyre point of view it's better, from a wind condition it's worse. Does one level the other one out? Well, we're about to find out later on for our New Zealand Grand Prix, courtesy of Avon City Motorcycles, the home of Suzuki and BMW right here in Christchurch City. So it is Mega Motorcycle Centre and the Pro Twins now, and the Nick Kane, Michael Patchett, Ben Rosendale. Now here's somebody like Ben Rosendale. He's a former champion, won this class 2 years ago, and he's finding that these young guns are coming along, and each time he thinks, well, I'm the new king on the block, and there's some other young gun to come on and push the advantage. And look at that from Nick Kane, making a comeback and going now to Pro Twins, and I like this. He's well suited to these bikes. He's been a small size jockey. He's been well suited to some of the smaller capacities, done extremely well at those over the years, but I tell you what, now in this class he has just, I believe, found the perfect combination of this quality rider and a great bike to be on board. So check it out, it's the Nick Kane show as he blasts his way through there, the 33 on the Mega Motorcycle Centre. Heat Mr. Underground Brown Suzuki New Zealand supported late model SV650. Nick Kane going for it.
Yeah, Nick Kane is a class actor, right? Michael Patchett, Andrew McLaughlin, Ben Rosendale, Matt Bro up into fifth place, Josh Augustine, Alex Butson, Chris Bird, Philip Munt and S.J. Cavell round out the top 10. So that's a great depth of field when you can see guys like S.J. Cavell back down in 10th place. So a mixture of two different main manufacturers. We've got the Suzuki out in front and then another Suzuki in second, but they're two different editions of the SV650. And then in third place you've got the Yamaha, the MT-07 as well. So the Yamaha twin on board with Andy Mack, and he took that to victory yesterday. So good to see Pro Twin action come alive with riders, but also come alive with manufacturers, keeping it interesting.
All right, so there we go, heading towards the carousel out of Fulton Hogan at the moment. The run continues in this Pro Twin field with our Mega Motorcycle Centre, and it is at this stage Nick Kane ahead of Michael Patchett, Andrew McLaughlin, or Andy as we know him as, Ben Rosendale, along with Matt Bro. Then go to Josh Augustine, Alex Butson, take on Chris Burt, Phil Munton there, and S.J. Cavell. Now you've got Phil Munton and S.J., of course, they are two top guys when it comes to Pro Twins racing, and I think it gives us an idea of the quality of the field that's literally ricocheted over the top of them. What about people like Nick Southerwood? Nick's one of the all-round champions of supporting New Zealand road racing, been on some big bike stuff like BMW S1000s and other big bikes, but he comes back to Pro Twins. He's up this class, and here he is in about 16th place, so finding that a real challenge, obviously, to come back. So Pro Twins will be a very good class to watch this year, and this is one that is, seems to have favoured the locals here at Ruapuna. And as we go to levels, generally next week local riders, because it's become their other track, are not so bad, but once we hit North Island tracks, look out for some of the other riders, and maybe that's where we see the S.J. Cavell, Phil Munt and others starting to come into their own bread.
Yeah, awesome to watch, and having a look at that gap in the lead is down to 0.7, so Michael Patchett is definitely reeling in Nick Kane. So that battle for the leads, one we'll definitely keep an eye on. And Andrew McLaughlin back 3.6 seconds behind the lead. So definitely not reeling those two in. So awesome fight for first and second. Third a lonely ride from Andy Mack, but then Ben Rosendale and Josh Augustine leading a little 5-way pack that's getting into Fulton Hogan now. So that's where the real racing is, and one we'll definitely want to keep an eye on.
That is beautiful. I tell you what, this man, Michael Patchett, we've got to take a bow to him. He's an Aucklander, he's a visitor here, and effectively one of the relatively newer people inside this pack. So there's what we were talking about before, the new kids that are coming along, so it's forced some of the others back that little bit. And if he's gone right around here on the tail of somebody as good as Nick Kane, that's a real credit to him. So looking out for this new name on the block. So well done to Michael Patchett as he pushes the envelope and now goes through the sign biz dipper once again. Or maybe a fraction of an overrun. Didn't quite get that right, as we talked about last time in that interview from our previous race with the excellence of Daniel Jenkins, and Daniel made that mistake, and we saw that from him. We also saw the mistake as well come from our 150 riders through there as well, and they've been finding they're overshooting. I'm wondering whether that's the wind factor as well. Wouldn't be surprised if they're literally getting side onto the wind on a lighter bike, and maybe that's playing a factor. And here's a great Ctas shot at the moment of our group of these 5 riders all fighting it out here in the run. Yes, there's a duel that's going on out in front of them, so they're effectively in there for the minor money, as we like to say. But, tell those riders, as far as I was concerned, it's whoever can beat each other is the best of them. And you've got Andy, Matt, Ben, Josh and Alex in there at the moment. But it's the Nick Kane, Michael Patchett show as they head down towards Euromark once again.
Yeah, have a look at that. And right when I said that Andy Mack wasn't reeling them in, he's just put the fastest lap on the race, so 1:40.09, and he's brought that gap down to 2.5 seconds. So he's taken a second out of that gap. So the more those two dice out the front, Andy Mack will try and reel that in, and that will be still 3 laps, or about 2.5 laps to go if we have a look at the awesome Ctas live timing, and they head into the Christchurch Carousel. And now I reckon Michael Patchett is right on the back of Nick Kane. So I'm not sure if Nick Kane is just playing the long game, or he's definitely getting reeled in there. But then have a look at that little 5-way battle with Matt, Ben, Josh, Alex and Phil now in that gap, in that pack as well, coming out of the carousel and into Southern Salvage. So we'll keep an eye on the battle for the lead and see if third place can reel that group in. And we'll also have to keep an eye on the dicing and the chopping and changing of 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, and a little 5-way battle heading into the dipper.
Brad, one of my favourite shots. There's a look at this group of 5 heading through the dipper now. But when they were coming along after the casino carousel ready for the Southern Salvage S's, you looked at the camera shot, freeze frame it, you saw one rider. Why? The other 4 were perfectly behind them in their shadow, the slipstream, and you only saw one. But when they peeled in the corner, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go for it. As you've rightfully picked up, Brad, in fact, you can update. You knew the time last time. Have we seen Andy do even better, or was it?
Yeah, he's bettered it again, so he's a 1:40.0, so he's only bettered it by 0.05 of a second, but however, the others are lapping in the 1:41s and he's in the 1:40, so he's taken that gap down to under a second, and now that is a full-on freeway fight heading into ICOM and heading down out the back straight into Euromark. So I think Andy Mack's got a good drive, and I think he will find himself under brakes with a good shot of getting up into second. And Michael Patchett, who was thinking I'm reeling in the lead here, has now been relegated to third, and I reckon Andy Mack's definitely going to have a little bit of an argument for the lead in a minute as they head into Fulton Hogan.
Wow, look at that for a race. Absolutely incredible. Come on, we're the Andy Mack supporters today. Want to see you a little bit more vocal. What a race out there. Just when Nick Kane thought it was his own, because he was just really keeping Michael Patchett at bay, and Michael tried a few things but couldn't quite get the advantage, and all of a sudden now, don't worry about Michael Patchett, Michael Kane, you worry about that man behind him, your own clubmate in Andy McLaughlin, and Andy throwing it out there, literally throwing it big time out there. And look at that as he tries to dive up on the inside through Southern Salvage and get that advantage, but no, not at this stage. But I tell you what, Nick Kane needs all of his racecraft here to try and hold the line to stop this one. Maybe the exit. Oh, in fact, in the dipper, there it is, the ultimate corner. That is fantastic. Wow, how did that come about? You do not normally see an overtaking manoeuvre at that point of the dipper, Brad. That was sensational.
That is definitely not a traditional overtaking manoeuvre. You normally try and stalk them and then head them on the exit of the dipper, but he just threw it straight in there, clean as a whistle, just stood him up a little bit, but definitely no contact. Awesome move, and Andy Mack is going to take the white flag and have one to go, and he's now well in charge of this one with a half a second lead as they cross the line.
What have they done to times, Brad? You've been watching those times the last two. Has he bettered that again, or was the last?
No, he probably with the dive and the chopping and changing. No, he's back into the high 140s, but still, but that was a second quicker than Nick Kane on that lap. So Andy Mack definitely the man on the move and the fastest man out on circuit at the moment.
Andrew McLaughlin, or Andrew, that's what his mother called him, the Andy Mack show out there at the moment ahead of Nick Payne for Michael Patchett. Good work. Ben Rosendale working his way to the front of that next group. So there's our top trio, and into our next group with Ben, Matt, Josh and Alex in there. Looking out for Philip as well. Very narrow margins, and particularly that fight going on there. 4-5, they're separated by just 3/100ths of a second. So there's not much to go with those guys. Man, that's coming down to a super dice.
Yeah, and I see Michael Patchett up into second place as well. They're heading into the Christchurch Casino Carousel at the moment. So Michael Patchett, he knew he had enough to get Nick Kane in the end, but didn't quite expect Andy Mack to come. But he come from way back. He was up around 4 seconds behind this this duo at one stage of the race. So what a ride, Andy Mack. He's got just the Dipper and the Rock Sweeper to contend with, and he will take back-to-back wins on the Yamaha. So maybe the black sheep of the Pro Twins class out there. There's not many Yamahas, so just good to see Andy Mack, former 300 Supersport champion, going to come around the Rock Sweeper, and Michael Patch has got a comfortable gap back to Nick Kane in third. So awesome Pro Twin racing, and I haven't even known where to look. It's been all on as we see him come down the front straight. So Andy McLaughlin is going to take a race 2 victory with Michael Patch in second and Nick Kane bringing up third. So all separated by less than a second, all of those 3 guys there. And then here's the real good battle. Looks like it's Ben still in the lead of that one. Ben Rosendale, Matt Rowe, and then go to Josh Augustine and Nick Sutherwood. So that gap there also all within a second, those 4 guys there. There's awesome to see Nick come through there. There's Phil, SJ coming through as well, and Nick Sutherwood. There's the 27 machine of Jace Augustine coming through as well, with Chris Burt in the top 10 as well. So awesome stuff to see there. And we've got one down in the Rock Sweeper, so I'm not sure who that was. It might actually be Phil Munt, maybe, I think. I'm not sure, just trying to have a look at the update on the binoculars, but unfortunately, one down in the Rock Sweeper. He's up and okay, so Pro Twin Racing brought to you by the awesome Mega Motorcycle Centre, with a massive range of parts and accessories, riding gear and all the jazz. Absolutely fantastic. Any bike, any model, any brand, absolutely awesome. Mega Motorcycle Centre nationwide. Bringing you the Pro Twin action here. The 8-lapper, they come back and have a 12-lapper later on. So that is going to be looking at the program. And we've got the Pro Twin. That's the race 23 on the program, a 12-lapper for the New Zealand Grand Prix title. So awesome stuff.